Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the 4-6's NRHA Derby presented by Markel. I'm Steve Ross coming to you right here from the fabulous OG&E Coliseum. Behind me, we have Section 1 of the first go-round, the elimination round, if you will, of the non-pro Derby. It started at 8 o'clock this morning, and for those of you who think the non-pro is a little softer than the open, let's take a look at the video. Early this morning, we had none other than Gina Schumacher and Take Out the Trash, and Gina just did what Gina does. I know a lot of people said, well, she's lost her head coach. Dwayne Latimer's moved on. How's she going to do? Training her own? Well, she's just doing what we thought she'd do. Great. 221 for this horse. On my card, plus half to every maneuver except the second stop. I had her to +1 there. That's highly unofficial. But it gets you to 74 pretty quickly, and that's what she did. Comfortable early lead for Gina Schumacher. That'll be good enough to punch her ticket to the finals. Another rider with a great run this morning was Trash My Guns and Adele Cunningham. 217.5 on this ride for the North Texas Rainer. And I'm just amazed at how pretty these horses continue to get. Trash My Guns, just a gorgeous specimen there. I believe he's a gelding. But such a workmanlike run here for Adele. Stayed out of the penalty box, got a lot done. Really kind of put an exclamation point on this run with that stop and back up right behind her. Only half a point was Anita Horn. She rides with Trevor Dare. This was Trick My Ride, and she was a 217. This run really got the crowd going. It got me really falling in love with Trick My Ride. What a good horse. Saw him check up on her just a little bit on that stop before the right rollback, but other than that, this horse was as pure as the driven snow for Anita. Great cheering section. I saw Trevor Dare had some great encouraging words for her coming out of the pen, and going to be fun to see her. We know her very well, familiar with her as an owner on some of those great horses, Trevor. Shown good to see her in the pen. Here's a rider that is no stranger to level 4 finals. Kylie Warren on What a Surprise. Marked a 217, and Kylie always makes this look easy. She likes raising these young horses. I believe they bought this one from Storybook Stables. It's out of that great old mare, Surprise in the Dark Alley. But she'll show them to success, sell them, and move on to the challenge of a new one, and she always seems to get the same results. What a Surprise, looking so much like her mother, had that elevated way of stopping that was really pretty. Continuing that logjam at 217 was your current defending champion of the National Reigning Breeders' Classic Non-Pro. That's Reed Kyle on Geronimo. A horse belongs to his wife and her family, and I talked to him about it yesterday. This horse is like a family member now, and why wouldn't he be? He just goes and gives an honest effort every time. Has that same kind of eye appeal as Gunner. Obviously, the physical appearance resemblance is clear, but just a crowd favorite. Such a really nice horse. That's your current top 5 in the non-pro division. No idea what a bubble's going to be right now, but if you break them up into thirds, 3 days, to be in the top 10 right now, you'd have to be 216. And I can remember when it didn't take near that to make the finals in the non-pro here, so it just continues to get more and more competitive. Talk about competitive. Over in the Adequan, we've got the North American Affiliate Championships and a big NRHA Open going on all the time. That's brought out the big guns. And the big horses currently in the lead is one of the biggest guns, Gabriel Borges and Voodoo Flojo, knocked down a 224.5. Right now, that's just good enough for a half-point lead, but still he's in the lead. I love this one, and I love the charismatic way that Gabriel Borges gets these horses around the arena. Really maturing into one of the top riders in the NRHA. This guy has fought his way up from the bottom, spent his time as an assistant trainer with some of the best, but boy, the last 4 or 5 years, he has really come to the forefront. And here's one of Taylor Sheridan's horses, owned by the Bosque Ranch Performance Horses and ridden masterfully by Craig Smershall to a 224. This horse is such a great campaigner. I don't remember many times seeing this horse mark below a 74. Now, obviously, he's 74.5, 75 here to get to 224, but that is just so typical of this good horse. And currently leading the North American Affiliate Championship Open is none other than Jesse Gentili on Bring Daddy's Money. sitting third in the regular Open. We showed you the leader in second place. So he's third overall in the Open and in the North American Affiliate Championship. Jesse Gentili always seems to make a lot of noise. His wife as well in the non-pro division. But he brought his A game today, 222.5 for Bring Daddy's Money. That class has 80 more to go. Boy, those classes in the Adequan are massive this year. Talking to the office, and I know it seems like we say that a lot. It's kind of like at a horse sale when they say it's the best group of horses we've ever had. This is officially now the biggest NRHA Derby ever. It's incredible. I think the addition of the North American Affiliate Championships and the exponential rise in the non-pro divisions of the Run for a Million, which necessitated having a semifinals here so we could fit them all in at Vegas, has really helped. But then you look, non-pro and open Derby entries are up massively too. So it's a great time for the sport of reining. It's a great time to be in the horse business, and we are just happy here at the NRHA Sports Desk. We're able to bring you all the action from Oklahoma City's OG&E Coliseum and the Adequan Arena. This is Steve Ross at the 4-6's NRHA Derby, presented by Markel, saying so long, everybody.